ラートム。
What's going on? It's your boy Driven. I'm back for another video. Today, we're back on Ryujin. Pretty much, I mean, you guys saw my last video, Generation 1 just released. But today, my last video, I kind of gave y'all like a little starter guide. Today I'm going to be going over, personally, what I think the best build is right now in Ryujin. Yeah, so I'm going to go over kind of like the aspects of all three. And then yeah, that's pretty much just gonna go video. So first things first, we're gonna talk about, lean. So I'm gonna put the benefits of lean somewhere on the screen. Lean is good if you're looking for a fast, quick play style. You don't like being slower, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you got like a fast plan or if you got like a slight speed surge. Just being faster overall. So you get 2 dashes. You actually get 2 dashes, more than one. So I only have 1 dash right now because I have muscle mobile lean cap. But if you have the right height, so say I'm 6'6", it caps out. You can have, like, depending on your style, you can have 550, but the base is 52, so you can't go lower than 52 for upper or lower. So you could have 551 upper or lower instead of 52 and you have lean cap. So you still do dashes, but you maximize your damage output. But that's only if you're a tall height. So like 6 foot, I think, 6 foot and above. Might be 6'4" and above. I'm not sure. Got it correct. I'll put the height, lean cap, and stuff on the screen too. So basically, being lean, you get a 50% cooldown. Like you can use your skills faster than like muscles or fats. Hybrid is not really a thing anymore. It kind of got gutted. But lean is just kind of like faster playstyle, faster N1s. Not really as much stamina drain. Really depends, honestly. Like stamina is big in this game, especially if you're like a muscle or fat. Oh, not a fat. But honestly, stamina does matter as lean too. I'm gonna go ahead and include that. It definitely does. It really just depends. Like as long as you're keeping your stats even, like as long as you're not getting more strength than you have stam as a lean, you shouldn't have to worry about stamina at all. Like the stamina drain is not nearly as bad as it is for muscle. But yeah, lean is more like a passive. Yeah, I guess I'd say passive. I'd say it's more like passive aggressive play style. Because a lot of leans you see kind of just like run around depending on their, depending on what clan they are. You know what I'm saying? Like other clans play more aggressive, obviously, for obvious reason. Because, moves and whatnot, playing styles and whatnot. But, I mean, yeah. Lean is pretty good. I used to be a lean. I'm going muscle right now. Solely just for the purpose of, I want to be stronger. I want to do more than DPS. And I'm kind of used to being a hybrid, so I'm kind of used to being slower anyways. I'm just kind of trying to get back used to it because, a lot of things have changed with this update. So this video is really just like if you're trying to figure out your build and whatnot, and you're trying to, see all the ups and downs of being lean. But leans do have less DPS, and they also take more damage. Not saying they take more damage, but they do less damage. You have less HP as a lean than you would as a muscle or a fat. Those are like really the only 2 big downsides. You also get your evasive faster. So like your dodge like that, you get your little dodge faster than muscles or fat as a lean. You just take more damage and get more damage for the most part. You got less HP. So if you want to consider that taking more damage, then so be it. Alright, so let's move on to muscle. So for muscles get something called damage reflection. When you get hit enough, you get your reflex, and if somebody hits you within like 2 seconds when you use your reflex, because obviously you're probably gonna have auto reflex on, you probably don't want to use it like manually. It's kind of annoying. They'll get a little damage reflection. They'll take damage from hitting you, which is good. So with muscle, to be good at muscle, it's good for the stamina grind. Like having muscle gives you a stamina gain. So I'll put that up on the screen, that where the stamina gain is at, like how much muscle you have to have and whatnot. Get the stamina gain. So you'll get a stamina gain. So it makes it easier to train stamina, especially if you're just a newbie. So if you were new and you're trying to get a bunch of stamina, honestly, I'd recommend just keep getting muscle. Like, don't worry about being lean right now. Just keep getting stamina and keep getting muscle. You know what I mean? It makes it a lot easier and it's faster. So overall, it's worth it. It's worth it. Um, you do more damage on muscle, but you honestly they do more damage and do good more like a good bid like to do like 2K over like what leans are doing right now. You'd probably need like 2,000 something upper. It really depends. Like to get more HP, you need to maximize your lower. So honestly, if you lower muscle slowers your hits. So honestly, I recommend if you're gonna go muscle, get like 1.2K lower just for the dashes because you definitely want the dashes and the HP that comes with it, being the muscle build. And then after you get like 1.2K lower, I solely just straight grind upper. You know what I'm saying? And like Dura or something to get your upper up. And if not, like say you got to do jump ropes or something, it's fine. You could like the most I would get is 1.6 at the max. I wouldn't go past 1.6 lower unless you want really slow hits. Unless you want to get lightning fist and 10% less damage, which isn't really the idea of being a muscle build. You're trying to do more damage. Yeah, for muscle, that's really all there is to muscle. You know, high damage, wrestling is the best style for muscle. Since we're gonna talk about it, yeah. Wrestling is definitely the best style for muscle. You get more damage, you do more damage. The scaling's better, and on top of that, uh, oh yeah, you get more maximum HP for having muscles being wrestling. So it's definitely worth getting wrestling. Right now, I'm getting muscle for my stam, and I'm kind of thinking about just converting to muscle. But yeah, it's a it's kind of hard to pick it up in this game. Okay, so fat. So in order to get fat, you have to eat. You just have to eat food past like your hunger. Like once your hunger gets full, you gotta keep eating. It takes a minute. I'm not gonna lie. But here's the thing: don't have muscle and fat. Go one or the other because they just got a hybrid recently. You're gonna get debuffs for just having like even like any type of muscle for real. You're gonna get debuffs. So there's no point of having muscle at all and fat, especially if you're going like max fat, which is like 530, I think, for 532. Yeah, 532 if you're not Haro playing. Obviously with the clan like Haro, something definitely it's worth going fat. Um, but other than that, I wouldn't recommend. Fat's cool though. You get a 20% damage reduction as your reflex instead of like how muscle has the normal reflex where they hit like they have damage reflection. Fat has damage reduction, so they take 20% less damage. Makes them harder to kill. There's tankier and whatnot. Um, Even now though, fat's kind of mediocre. You're gonna be slow, yeah, just like wrestling. But wrestling isn't as slow as fat at all. Um, but damage reduction, you do more damage. You're probably doing like you get max fat. You're probably doing like 3.3K. Depends on your stats too. Also, your stats also depend. The best style for fat is sumo, 100%, because you get more. You get instead of like 35% more HP having max fat, you're gonna get 50% more. Yeah, so it's definitely worth it if you're gonna go fat. Fat's kind of like honestly right now the meta is really lean right now. I'm not seeing a lot of muscles, but if you're just beginning and you want to get stam fast and you watch my last video because you need stam. I also forgot to mention in my last video that you also need durability. So I grind durability 10K and stam 10K, but definitely grind stam first. It's easier. It's gonna be a lot easier. And if you want to hit some punching bags to get some strength, it makes it easier as well. So fat is kind of weird. Okay. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. So if you want to, you have a fat burner right here. You can use the fat burner, burn fat if you want to get rid of some fat. They got the muscle game. This you could buy. If you could buy these, just keep drinking them, keep working out, and you're gonna get muscle fast, a lot faster than it's gonna be a lot easier to get muscle, and you're gonna see the stamina gain come a lot faster, especially if you're just beginning. So I'd recommend doing that if you're interested in it at all. Yeah, other than that, there's really not too much to talk about. Everything else is pretty straightforward. For the builds, so the builds really depend on your playstyle. You know, lean, you got fast, passive. Wrestling's more aggressive, it's slower. Um, and fat's kind of dookie right now, but it's also, I guess I would say, aggressive because it's also up close, just like wrestling. Wrestling is up close, and so is fat. Fat's up close definitely as well. It's a lot of hyper armor grabs and whatnot if you have the cards. Um, but yeah, like I said, starting off, I'd probably go lean and just keep getting the muscle, or just keep getting muscle. You know what I'm saying? Until you're ready to actually go lean. Like once you get a decent enough amount of stats to be a lean, because lean isn't really good until you're like a high, decent rank. Other than that, it's kind of mid. But yeah, that's really all I really have for this video. I did say I was gonna show some PvP. Uh, uh, I could throw in some clips. Oh, by the way, guys, this is where the crying boy was at the whole time. I was looking at that last video. He's right here, guys. So yeah, other than that, there's not too much to talk about. So I'll probably do some PvP in another video. I don't think I'm gonna do it in this video, um, just cause kind of time budget right now. But I just want to, give y'all my opinion on what build y'all should go and how the builds, are. Honestly, if I had to rank the builds, I would go last place is fat, second is muscle, and first is lean. Leans are kind of overwhelming right now. So yeah, guys, that's really all I had to say. I had to talk about. And I appreciate y'all for watching this video, looking in. You guys can comment if you guys need any tips or need any advice. Also, go back, look at my last video, like, subscribe, especially if you're just beginning Generation 1. And yeah, without further ado, I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.